Hey, what's going on? Middle of the night, couldn't sleep. Bars closed down because the smorgasbord of health and inhuman services. Somebody complaining about glory holes and other stuff. Yeah, that we're supposedly doing wrong down here. Not at all. But so we're at Witch of Hearts live stream here, probably about a half hour ago or so. She mentioned about Reefer Madness. So guess what? We're going to go ahead and do that because that's just how we roll around here. Let me check things out here real quick. See how I'm looking. Am I looking good? Look at that. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Got my transparency glasses on. All right, hold on. The little one's at the door to the office and all that wanting in. Actually, you can see we're out in front of Jolita's most recent Airbnb stayed at. Consequences of it. So, way to go, Chille. Real good. Anyways, let's get started into this Reefer Madness stuff. Find out what's going on, how it's going on, when it's going on, where it went wrong. So, before we do that, what do you guys say about it, Chillita? Shut up. Take that. You need me try like a punk, that's unheard of. All right, hold on. Let's get over to it now. Now, this one says it's fair use and all that. All right, let me pull this up here real quick. Get it started. All right, got that there. Pause to do different weird things. The whole thing. Hey, the whole two of us. Hold on. So, give a shout out in the chat. I'll be watching it and see what's going on. Here we go. If you happen to know who Bob Hope is, he was like this big celebrity dude, and he'd do these USO shows, entertaining the troops overseas and shit like that. Oh, there we go. There's one bad word. Hopefully I'm not demonetized or limited. Anyways, he played in this one as well. I found the colorized one because a lot of people hate colorized black and white movies. What's wrong with it? You can see it better. Anyways. How louder it is. All right. You know what? We're going to go find another one that's louder. It's not that much better. You know what? We'll just do the original.
Yeah, come on in.
Oh, that one's just blah, 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 blah. Not full film. Oh, I would love to play Up in Smoke, but I can't. Reefer Madden. Ooh. She's kind of good looking in a weird way. All right, let's see here. I would just play this one.
Yeah, come on in.
Incidents and characters portrayed in this motion picture are purely fictional and similar to actual occurrences of living or dead and undead and unliving are definitely not coincidental. So, you. Hey, I'll want to be watching this with me. Hold on. We're about to start with you. It would have been possible otherwise. Sufficiently emphasized practical new drug menace, which is destroying the youth of America in alarmingly increasing numbers. Marijuana. They try to be violent, narcotic, unspeakable scourge. Girl public enemy number one. It's first like a sudden, violent, uncontrollable laughter becomes dangerous hallucinations. Space expands, time slows down, almost stands still. Fixed ideas come next. Country at one first. Extravagant all by emotional disturbances totally inability to direct thoughts, the loss of all power, and resist physical emotions, leading finally to acts of shocking violence, ending often in terrible scenes. But it was making that equivocate the scenes. Maybe Uncle Artie's had a little too much. Hold on. Oh, let's see. While fictionalized for the purposes of the story are based upon actual research into the results of marijuana addiction. Okay, if you say so. There's stark reality will make thinking. Well, make sure you are aware of something must be done. Wipe out this ghastly menace. Then the picture will not have failed in its purpose. Constant dread. Marijuana. Maybe reaching fourth next for your center door or yours. I'll get you your little doggy too.
It must be stopped. You and all the school parent groups about the country, and you must stand united on this and stamp out this frightful assassin of our youth.
Dude, who's the assassin? Chilli Decastro, that's who it is. We'll blame him because he's the boogeyman for everything.
You can do it by bringing about compulsory education on the subject of narcotics in general, the dread marijuana in particular. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, to lay the foundation for a nationwide campaign by you,
so we can shove a stick up somebody's ass and not be able to smoke the dread marijuana.
To demand by law such compulsory education, because it is only through enlightenment that this scourge can be wiped out of the traffic.
Yeah, how that war on drugs going on there, buddy? We're only, let's see, 100 minus 13 is what, 87 or something like that? Yep, we're doing real good there.
In these drugs, a lawlessness that we can scarcely estimate has grown and is now flourishing. It exists in almost every city and hamlet in the country. It might be interesting and important for you to know some of the methods used in bringing these drugs into the country, and the work of the forces of law and order, which are daily combating the traffic, always at the risk of life by their agents. This ceaseless fight against the drug traffic is directed by the Department of Narcotics, Washington.
The Department of Narcotics, Washington.
Excuse me. Got it. Can't get it out. Somebody pull that marijuana stick out of my ass.
I've received a letter of vital importance from
And the letter was written on hemp paper.
a member of the Narcotics Bureau. I'm going to read this letter to you. My dear Dr. Carroll, the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. At the outset of this letter, there is one vital fact I would like to submit.
But you can still buy
There is a powerful agency. I speak of the school parent associations of this country, which can be invaluable in stamping out this scourge. Their help, their eternal vigilance, could be the deciding factor in our fight against it. The weed marijuana is grown in every state in the Union. Recently, in the city of Brooklyn, New York.
What? But didn't they just say that it was imported and all that stuff? But now it's growing in all 50 states. Maybe you girls. I bet you're all two of you watching this right now are getting stoned watching it. I knows you. How dare you?
A field of marijuana was found behind a tenement court. The weed was here being cultivated, regularly stripped and dried and sold in schools and at government army posts in and around New York. The dried leaves and berries are ground up and made into cigarettes by a simple hand machine. The deadly narcotic is thus quickly and easily prepared for its market.
What type of kush is it, man?
The sale of marijuana is even more difficult to detect and halt than the traffic in drugs such as opium, morphine, and heroin. They are hidden in fake jewelry cases, in the heels of shoes, women's shoes especially, because the drugs can be secreted in false heels. Hollowed shaving brushes.
Do any of you women or trans people or whatever you want to call yourself cross-dressers wearing high heels right now? Or any of you got it? Hey, that reminds me. Tiny Tina, the blood of her former dancer, Tiny Tina's now the teriyaki sushi chef across the street. So go over and see her when you're done.
Are another medium. Books with false centers are often used. Watch cases are convenient hiding places. The value of drugs thus seized is enormous. Recently, a huge supply of heroin was taken. It was concealed in an apparently harmless shipment of 35 barrels of olive oil. The deadly drug was burned in the incinerator of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. And more vicious, more deadly, even than these soul-destroying drugs, is the menace of marijuana. No doubt many of you do not believe that these things do happen, but they cannot happen to you. You may also believe that the facts have been exaggerated.
Yeah.
Let me tell you of something that happened right here in our own city. You probably read about it in the papers. However, I'll give you the real facts behind the case. There was an apartment near one of our high schools. It was run by a woman known as May Coleman.
Oh, May. Hey, can Coleman come out and play?
Hey, come on, May, get up.
What time is it?
Time to get up and give this place a going over. Looks like the Marines had landed.
Oh, that bunch last night was high enough to take over the Marines and the Navy.
You better get on the job. Some of the kids may be up this afternoon.
Oh, Jack, we can get along without dragging those young kids up here.
Oh, why don't you button up your lips? You're always squawking about something. You got more static than the radio.
No. Ah. Drive them kids up there. We ain't driving no kids nowhere. Kids drive to the poorhouse, smoke all your weed, your alcohol. Mother's Benzedrine. Sounds like a electrical play toy she was using. See, it's not ringing anymore, and she's pulling her legs up. I told you. So maybe marijuana is a deadly drug. She just wasted a bunch of electricity, creates a carbon footprint. How dare she?
Oh, greetings.
Well, hello, fella. How are you?
Fine, how are you? Come here.
Oh, how you doing? Yeah,
Glad to see
yeah.
you.
How you doing? Mr. Bombastic.
Name?
Should be right in. Just sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Bombastic.
Hey, what kind of a
My
joint
number,
is this, Daddy?
Mr.
Oh, it's all right,
Bombastic.
Gwen. See, they probably had a party last night.
Oh.
Had a party last night. Yeah, same. Yeah. You were invited because you're
A
underage.
couple of your customers, May.
Yeah? Well, they're old enough to know what they're doing. Not like those young kids you bring up here.
All right. Listen, I'm going to blow.
Where are you going?
I got to make some deliveries, and I'll probably drop
I'm gonna
by
blow
Joe's
who?
place and bring back a couple of the kids.
Oh, I wish you'd lay off those kids.
Oh, why don't you get over that mother complex?
Come on, hurry up. Man.
Stop school crossing.
Yeah, you keep going, kids. That's all right. See, yeah, just hurry up, kids. See my tin badge? You're under arrest. You're jaywalking. Your name's Jade, and you're walking, you're getting a ticket. Yeah, no, you understand, huh?
Oh, by the way, Ralph, I'm sort of getting a little party Saturday afternoon over at my grandmother's. You know, the place with the swimming pool? Like to come?
Thanks, Eddie. Maybe I will.
I'd sure like to have you.
Okay, I'll probably drop over.
So long, Ralph.
See you
How
later.
many kids are dressed up in a business suit
Hey, Ralph.
all the time?
Hi, kid. Fine, Jack, and you? Oh, great. Where you heading? Oh. Hey, how do you like that?
Hey, freebies. Yeah.
That's the one I was telling you about. Very nice.
I don't know why you want to make such a fuss over that Ralph Wiley. Oh, he's a swell swimmer. He made the freshman team that year he went to college. Yeah, and that left him out. My dad knows his family. None of them were any good. Father and mother just got a divorce from Paris. Yeah? You know, Ralph comes around pretty much on his own. He's been in a couple of jams.
Oh my God!
Well,
I
I only
can't
tried to
take
say
it.
hello to him.
Oh God! I'm
Fine, we're going over to
freaked
Joe's
out.
place. Why don't you come along?
We have a date to play, a set of doubles.
Time. Don't be late, Jimmy.
Now, see, you must smoke weed. You must smoke weed every day. Take it easy, Jimmy, see?
Yes, I do. He just obviously gets.
Hey, he ain't no paper,
Why don't you know him in that hot finger curly?
man. He really swings out awful. Let it shine. You want to dance?
Sure.
It's a shine. Oh, he's right. Well,
If you wonder what old people look like, what they were like when they were younger, you're looking at Daniel Claudio boys been in the world. Those are human stupidity like this type of shows.
Maybe I can look at the apartment a little later. Any new conflict?
Maybe.
that's just fine. See? I gotta open some. Baby needs a hat. Baby needs a hat. Yes.
Burrow, Reggie.
Oh,
There's a little
Jimmy,
girl.
you're wonderful.
You just finding that out?
Why can't we go now?
Beat her up
Good.
and take him his
Hey,
money.
kids, we're having a little party up at my girlfriend's apartment. Wouldn't you like to come? Oh, I'd love to. You want to come, don't you, Jimmy?
Oh, sure. Any place with you.
Well, come along. We can all go in my car.
See you later, Joe.
Well, see you later, Joe. She see, that's right. I'm Joe. You're Joe. No, you're Joe. You're Joe. I'm Daryl.
Oh, no. She threw it up in the kitchen.
It's sweet of you to help me, Bill.
Well, I'll try anything except domestic science.
Why, Bill, don't you want to learn something about running your own home?
The answer is no. You know, after that session we had yesterday, I went home and told Mother that the trouble with her pot roast gravy was she hadn't added 3 heaping teaspoonfuls of olive oil.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. She just threw me
made
out of the
drink,
kitchen.
Well, I
Poor
don't wonder.
tablespoons
Hello,
of
children. Hello,
Castor
Mother.
oil and water oil.
That was sweet of you, Mother.
Gosh, hot chocolate. Thanks, Mrs. Lane.
I know you can't study on empty stomachs. Now then, enjoy yourself.
He will.
She will too, Mrs. Lane.
After
No.
we get done and do the 6 ed.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. You're so very, very kind.
Mary, before we do that math, how about reading some of this? It's swell.
Romeo and
It's
Juliet.
swelling.
Don't you like it?
Uh-huh.
You know what it is my small
See.
Bye. Well, I'll see you tonight, Mary. Bye, Mrs. Lang. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
So long. Gotcha.
Yeah, you learned something all right.
Don't fall. Kid girl has got a girl. What? Not walking.
I had to study, Ma.
Here's the real big
Kid was not. I saw him not walking with his girl. Bill's got a girl. Got a girl.
Ma, make him cut it out.
Junior. Well, Bill has got a girl.
Quiet. And put that candy away till after dinner. Henry, you shouldn't have given it to him.
Well, he has got a girlfriend and her name is Mary.
Yeah, I'll shut you up.
Bill, Junior, put that carriage on. Junior.
Oh, that's about what they're all right there, young.
Mary's little man, Mary's little man. I didn't mean to be honest, I didn't.
Oh, well, I'm brought up about it to just
Shut
shouldn't
up,
say God,
boy.
a swell girl.
Gee, it must be love.
Pile driver.
It has to be so for you to like it.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you want something. Come on, what is it?
Well, it's my model airplane. It will work. Gosh, still, you could fix it. You can fix anything.
Okay, I'll fix it.
You should have punched Bill in the face.
Well,
You
we
little
can
brat.
fix it, would you?
Yeah, here we are. You see?
Oh, hello, Jimmy.
Mary told me to wait and tell her she had to go home. Her mother wanted her to go to the dressmaker with her.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Must be getting grown up.
Oh, Jimmy, why, Jimmy?
Well, Jimmy. Yeah,
Here comes weirdo. Just some type of Tom Cruise Dave kid or whatever.
Hiya, kid. Hello, Jack. What do you say?
Kids, Gene.
Yeah, come on in.
Everybody goes to me.
He's all right. Martha's got herself quite a yen for her.
not bad. I didn't think you had that much taste.
She knows what she's doing. She's got Ralph nuts about her, and now she's got her hooked up for this new kid.
Say, we haven't any more smoke. You better run over and get some.
Why couldn't you find that out when I was here this morning? Now I've got my car in the shop.
Yep.
Oh, sure, come on. Okay.
Yeah, you drive, you understand?
No, thank you. Well, here we are. Oh, thanks.
Oh, May, don't forget me.
I never forget you.
I thought you were scared. Of course, if you're afraid. That's better. That's more like it. I know you like that really well. And
Tell
just
you
take a
what,
puff of it.
I can hear you. I have an ear in.
Just be a minute, kid.
Hey, Jack, give me a cigarette before you go, will you?
No. Listen here.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, boss.
How's business?
Getting better every day. Those kids sure go for it.
Well,
Had to run over for a couple more cartons. Ran short today.
all right. Yanni, that's 10 gross for Jack Perry. Who? Pete Daly. All right, send him in. It's all right, stay where you are.
I want to talk to you.
All right, go ahead. Jack's okay. What's the beef?
Listen, you never heard no beef when I had to sell that rotten gin.
You're after the dough, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't need dough that bad. Taking two-bit pieces from kids.
There are millions of two-bit pieces just begging to be taken. Don't be a dope.
I'm just dope enough to draw the line selling hop to kids.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Pete. You know what my policy has always been. If the boys are not satisfied, I'm always glad to have them retire. Retire permanently. So long.
Just watch your back.
I only wish you had a couple of kids so I could...
Yeah.
All right, Jack, pick up your stuff from Danny. I'll be ready by now.
Yeah, he just
Okay,
got
well.
laid off permanently.
Let's go, Jack. I'm red hot.
Better be careful how you drive it. The first thing you know, you'll be ice cold.
Take it easy, kid. You'll kill somebody.
Mary, you're not eating your breakfast again. Joe Hartford hasn't been around lately. Anything wrong? I'm sure it's naturally the other line there. Yours.
Yeah, that guy here was the one that was
What have I got to worry about?
permanently retired off the board.
There is no doubt that there is an organized gang distributing the narcotics to students, not only in my school, but all over the city. You government men have got to find some way to put an end to it.
And policy.
Of course, I agree with you, Dr. Carroll. But do you realize that marijuana is not like other forms of dope? You see, it grows wild in almost every state in the Union. Therefore, there is practically no interstate commerce in the drug. As a result, the government's hands are tied. And frankly, the only sure cure is a widespread campaign in education.
Oh, it's all right to talk about education, Mr. Wyatt. But we educators can't do anything until the public is sufficiently aroused.
Let me show you something. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets. All these devoted to marijuana records. Here is an example. A 16-year-old lad apprehended in the act of staging a holdup. 16 years old and a marijuana addict.
Marijuana.
Here is a most tragic case.
Yes, I remember. Just a young boy. Under the influence of the drug, he killed his entire family with an axe.
Then there is the most vicious type of case.
Uh-huh.
Here, in Michigan, a young girl, 17 years old, a reefer smoker, taken in a raid in the company with 5 young men. Here is a particularly flagrant case.
Yes, I remember. The newspapers made quite a play of it. In West Virginia, wasn't it?
Yes. And there are hundreds of them coming up, new ones every day.
I'd like to take these records, if I may. I feel they would be of invaluable assistance to me in combating the evil in my school.
You're very welcome, Dr. Carroll.
Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Carroll, you're boring the crap out of
Sit
me.
down, Bill. There seems to be something wrong. What is it? You were always a fine student. You always had excellent grades.
Well, I guess the work is getting a little harder, Dr. Carroll.
No, it isn't that. Bill, I'd like to help you. But of course I can't unless you let me.
You need to
You're undermining your
down,
help.
bend over.
Well, there's
I'm
nothing,
not
Dr.
talking
Carroll.
about
Really, there isn't.
you doing anything
I'll
special.
study harder, honest.
Put a stick up your ass like me.
Honest.
And you'll be
If you were
honest.
being honest with me and honest with yourself, I'm afraid you'd tell me an entirely different story.
Well, now you say something, Keithy boy.
Bill, I'm going to ask you a straightforward question. And I'd like to have a straightforward answer.
Give me a straightforward
Yes.
answer.
Isn't it true that you have, perhaps unwillingly, acquired a certain harmful habit through association with certain undesirable people?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, no, sir, I haven't, Dr. Carroll. Well, that is, you see, I'm worried about something at home.
all right, my boy. We'll just have to let it go at that. But remember, if you ever want to confide in me, no one will ever be the wiser.
Thank you, Dr. Carroll.
Thank you, Dr. Carroll. Is your name Sally on the dance stage too?
Hello, Mary. You want to play a set?
Thanks, Teddy, but I'm waiting for someone.
Well, if you're waiting for Bill, he hasn't been here for weeks.
Get out, Jimmy! Please, don't be
Oh, come on. This is boring part.
Didn't take that new kid long to catch on.
Uh-oh. Sex. We can't have sex. And stick up your ass.
Come on, Bill! Come on! Oh, come on! Come on, Bill! Come on! Come on!
take really good care of you.
FBI G-Man, yeah. See?
Good morning, miss. We're from the police department.
Good morning.
We're tracing a hit-and-run driver. Someone caught the license number at the place of the accident but didn't get it quite right. So we're checking all numbers like it, and yours is one of them.
Well, I'll try to help you.
You remember what you did on the 29th of last month?
Oh, that was the day before Mother's birthday. Oh, yes, I remember that because I left school and went directly to the dressmaker's with Mother. I was there all afternoon.
Did you happen to loan your car to a couple of men?
No, I had the car all afternoon myself.
Well, thanks, miss. Sorry to have troubled you.
Tell me.
Well, it's me
did
too. I've got her
was
on
the
the news
person
screen.
killed?
Fortunately, he wasn't, but that's still no excuse for hit-and-run driving.
I'll give my car to Bill.
Has Jimmy Lane been here today?
Yeah.
He was in. He went over to May's place. You know where that is.
Well, he was going to wait for me here, so he didn't give me May's address. Are you sure Jimmy didn't leave any message for me? Mary?
No, he didn't.
Have you heard you
But I guess you're okay. I'll write it down for you.
Mary, come right in.
Is Jimmy here?
Oh, why, he's around somewhere. I think he went out to take Agnes home, but he'll be right back. Come in and sit down, Mary. And let me take your coat.
Here, try some weed.
Who's the new kid just came in?
Oh, it's that gal that Ralph's gone overboard for. It's funny, we've never been able to get her up here before.
I'll get her.
Hey, scram, will you?
Hey, Preston,
Smoke, Mary?
what's going on,
Say.
baby?
Are you sure Jimmy will be back soon?
Sure, any minute.
Nowadays, you aren't going to find somebody that age up against a teenager girl without, what is he, a chum, or is he a pedo, or is he going to try to rape her or something? You're not even smoking it, baby. I'm horny. Oh, I'm horny. Jimmy, come give me some of that bologna. Who are you? Reefer Madness. You're supposed to inhale it and hold it.
Hey, what's the matter, an orphan?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Where do you put it? You got a hollow leg?
Thanks, Steve.
Hollow leg, hollow head.
How do you feel, Mary? Oh,
Mary, give me a
No.
Mary.
No.
Mary.
Sexual assault.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away.
Mary, give me
Like nobody else could hear it.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
1930s actually. Came out in 1936. Uh-oh.
Look.
Mary
Jack, is she all right?
She's dead. Nay, get me some water. Now listen, you two. I want you to get out of here. Get out of here and forget you're ever in here today. I'll handle this. Now get going. Give it to me. Here.
Harry. Mary.
Shut up,
Mary.
Mary.
And this is your story. Remember it. These two kids came up here for a couple of beers. You were out in the kitchen, you heard the shop. When you got in here, that's what you found. Just
What
stick
about
to
the
that
weed
story.
smell? It sticks around for a while.
Mary. Mary.
Come with me.
Oh, Jack? I was just talking to a friend of mine. A cop. Sergeant on the homicide squad. Guy you hit that day died.
Died? You didn't.
No. I didn't crack. I'm not going to. Nobody will ever know you were driving that car.
Thanks, Jack.
Just as long as you keep your mouth shut that you were ever up in May's apartment.
Why, sure, Jack, sure.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to recall Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand.
Call Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand.
Calling Dr. Carroll. Calling Dr. Carroll a quack. Or paging Dr. Mallard. Paging Dr. Mallard.
Dr. Carroll, as principal of the Lakeside High School,
Calling
did you, during the last 3
calling
months,
Dr. Mallard.
notice any changes in the demeanor and attitude of your student, William Hopper? Yes, in a number of things. For example, at times disassociation of ideas. In another instance, I happened to attend the recent interscholastic tennis matches. And while Bill Harper had been considered an exceedingly good player, I saw him miss the ball by as much as 3 or 4 feet. This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana. It causes errors in time, space. Objection, Your Honor. The witness is qualified to express opinions upon the effect of narcotics.
Sustained. Dr. Carroll has been called merely as a character witness.
Well, then, although you didn't know to your own knowledge that the defendant was using marijuana,
Did you notice any changes that would lead you to believe, as an educator, that he was under some severe mental strain, which might possibly have been induced by some drug?
yes, I recall distinctly a few weeks ago. It was during a class of English literature. There was a serious discussion of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet when he suddenly burst into an uncontrollable fit of hysterical laughter. Oh, by the way, Dr. Carroll, 6 months ago, what would have been your opinion regarding the character of my client? He was a fine, upstanding American boy, a good scholar, a good athlete, and representative of the caliber of young men we are proud to graduate from our school.
Oh, snap out of it, will you? Not our fault. Why'd I ever bring him up there anyway? He's just a kid. Can't hang him.
Shut up, shut up!
Why don't you let yourself go? Talk. Go off your nuts and have me that way, too. It was his own fault, wasn't it?
Shut up!
Shut back here.
They've got us hidden now, haven't they? The cops can't find us.
Jack, I want to get out of this place.
You're going to stay here as long as we have to keep those two out there undercover. Until the trial's over. The boss gets a better idea.
But they're getting on my nerves.
It can't last much longer. Not worried about her. We got to keep him gagged.
Oh, he's about ready to crack.
All you got to do is keep him from having too many reefers.
Any day now, that punk will get hot. He'll probably spill and tell all he knows if he gets the chance.
I don't think he'll get it. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I'm going to see the boss.
Yeah, she's the boss. It's Muggsy. It's me. I'm the boss. Yeah.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, boss.
I'll pull it back in a minute. I want to see what happens.
What are we going to do about that Wiley guy?
Still jittery, huh?
I don't know what the punk's going to do.
Keep feeding him those hot sticks.
That's what May's been doing. That's no good. I got a hunch that he's due to crack when that Harper verdict comes in. He's on the tee. He's liable to take a powder on us and blow his topper to the DA.
You mean you think we'd all be better off if he never heard the verdict? Well, what are you waiting for?
Okay.
You, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have a duty to perform. A duty to yourselves and to our community. Mary Lane is dead. The evidence you've heard at this trial could not have failed to convince you of the guilt of the defendant.
Dumbass.
By his own admission, he pressed the trigger of the weapon that sent lovely and innocent Mary Lane to a tragic and untimely death.
He shot her.
We are not so much concerned about the motives behind the deed as to the deed itself. While the defendant has told you that he saw someone attacking Mary Lane, and that his mind went blank from that moment on, the defense has been unable to produce one witness to substantiate that statement. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you heard able men testify at this trial, men who have tried to bring out the fact that the defendant might have become momentarily insane when he fired the shot that killed Mary Lane. But the defense has been unable to prove that he was insane. William Harper was sane when he visited the apartment where the tragedy occurred. He was in the habit of visiting the place. He was sane when he went into a bedroom with another young woman. You've all heard what went on in that room. You heard it from the defendant's own lips. Involved as he was in a tawdry love affair, Mary Lane was in the way. She had found him out. In a moment of anger, he deliberately and willfully killed her. If such deeds are permitted to go unpunished, this community would cease to be a decent and safe place for us or our children to live. I do not believe I have to plead or even demand that you bring in a verdict to punish the defendant for the crime that he has committed against society. You are upright citizens. That is why you were chosen to judge another.
Yeah, right.
And as honest, upright citizens, there is only one verdict which you can find, and that is a verdict of guilty.
And this court will be adjourned until the jury's verdict is reached.
I suppose you all feel the same about this case.
Billy's
But he might have been insane when he did it.
No, he wasn't. He knew what he was doing.
I don't give a fuck. Now, if I give a shit, I might just give a fuck, but I don't give a shit, so I don't give a fuck.
But supposing he was insane?
You can never make me believe it nor anybody else. We'll take a first vote. $11 for conviction, 1 for acquittal.
But there's a reasonable doubt about the boy's sanity.
We can't. No doubt about the fact that he murdered her. He admitted it himself. That wasn't the first time he was there. We got to make an example before boys like that contaminate all of our children. We can't have every murderer hiding behind the gag that he's insane. Sure, they see red before they kill somebody. But whose fault is it?
Blah, blah, blah.
Have you reached a verdict? We have. The defendant will rise.
Hang his ass.
What is your verdict? We find the defendant guilty, is charged.
Racket, stop it! Oh, that racket, stop it!
What's the matter with you? The creeps.
He's snapping.
Hey! Hey!
What do you want?
Bring me some reefers.
I want some reefers. Well, he wants some reefers.
They're going to hang him.
Blanche, they're going to hang him.
Oh, come on. Get a hold of yourself. Here you are. Now quit that crazy laughing.
Where's Jack? I want to get out of here.
They'll pick you up and hang you if you don't pipe down.
I want to see Jack. Jack. I want to see Jack.
Jack.
You better quiet him.
I'm going
I
to
can't
get
do
him right
anything with
here.
him.
I've got to see Jack. We can't let that kid
Did you hear me?
He'll be here. Don't worry, he'll be here in a little while.
I've got to see him. You've got to see him.
All right, come on. Are they going to kill him or not? What are they doing?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's pop up, people.
I know what you want. You want to kill me.
Can you hear me?
You're crazy. Take it easy, kid.
Yeah, you
I
understand?
just want to talk to you.
I just want to talk. He's dead.
Hey, there's a terrible fight going on. Yes. Apartment 32.
Where you're going?
Stop it! He's on me! He's on me! Stop it! Take your hands off me! Stop it!
I'm going to get some of that reefer myself.
Give me a glass of water.
Who's behind you?
No.
You'll hang if you don't talk.
No.
Who hired you and Jack? Hurry. Are you ready to tell what you know?
Yes.
Kick him out that He's dead. What's the data? He's still Thompson out in the goal. I don't put the pass with first connection mine.
If we can gain some measure of leniency for my client, she is prepared to enter a plea of guilty and, in addition, turn state's evidence in the case of William Harper.
I regret that this court is not prepared to bargain with justice.
I'll tell anyway. I was there. I saw it. I know who killed Mary. And I'll tell you who killed Mary Lane. It wasn't Bill. It was Jack. Jack Perry. He shot Mary and then he put the gun in Bill's hand. We were all at the apartment one afternoon. Then Mary came in looking for her brother. Bill and I, we'd been in another room. And Bill came in. He caught Ralph with Mary and they started to fight. But it was Jack who had the gun. He was going to hit Bill over the head with it to make him stop. And then the gun went off. I saw it. I can see it now. It was horrible. And before he knew it, Mary was dead. But you see, Judge, Bill didn't know he hadn't killed Mary. He was so doped up, they made him think he had. Ralph wanted to tell you too. Oh, if they don't let him. But this is the truth, Judge. I'm telling you the truth. After Jack saw the where he was dead, he put the gun in Bill's hand. It was Jack's fault. And it was my fault, too. I got all of them to come up to the apartment. I'm just as much to blame. I am.
Charge of fostering moral delinquency in the case of William Harper?
Yes, I'm guilty. I am.
Prepare a statement for signature. And also an order setting aside the jury's verdict in the case of the people versus William Harper. In the interests of justice, I shall direct a verdict of not guilty.
Yeah, justice don't work like that anymore.
Sign here, please.
Hold on.
You shall be brought into court on Thursday, the 17th, when sentence will be pronounced. Meanwhile, you will be held as a material witness in the case of the people versus Ralph Wiley.
You going away, bitch. Strong arm that old brew rod.
We have come in the hearings before this court today to what I hope will be the final actions revolving about an unhappy and unfortunate case, one whose horrible tragedy will forever remain with me. I am happy to have been enabled, before it was too late, to order the verdict of the jury in the case of the people versus William Harper to be set aside. But, young man, although this court is convinced that to declare you guilty would have been a gross miscarriage of justice, we cannot condone your acts. And we can express only the hope that your experiences may not alone keep you, but thousands of others from the vicious pitfalls of marijuana.
Marijuana.
Thus, I am ordering you to remain in this court during the next case, so that you will be obliged to witness what you yourself so narrowly escaped. Call the case of the people versus Ralph Wiley.
Ralph Wiley.
It is convinced that he is hopelessly and incurably insane, a condition caused by the drug marijuana to which he was addicted. It is recommended, Your Honor, that the defendant be placed in an institution for the criminally insane for the rest of his natural life. Defendant counsel joins the state in this request.
Since counsel for the defense, as well as counsel for the state, seem to agree on this, I see no reason why the request should not be granted.
Yes, that happened right here, to your neighbors. It is not too much to say that in your hands lies the possibility of averting other tragedies like it. We must work untiringly so that our children are obliged to learn the truth, because it is only through knowledge that we can safely protect them. Failing this, the next tragedy may be that of your daughter, or your son, or yours, or yours, or yours.
Not you, Blake. I'm throwing up, kid. Unbastard is the bastards.
They are hidden in fake jewelry cases, in the heels of shoes, women's shoes especially, because the drugs can be secreted in false heels.
We have a date to play instead of double.
Hey there, Keith. Is this what you're talking about? I gotta do it, yes. Kill them all. Kill. Murder, death, kill.
Hey, he ain't no paper man.
Why don't you know him? That hot finger Tony.
Oh, he really swings out awful like a jive. You want to know?
What? Okay there, Bill. All right, let's see what else trouble can we get into. I don't know. I'm fading anyways. I wanted to do it real quick. I hadn't done anything for a while. But you didn't get married to me, baby. That's the problem. You should have married me. All right. I think all three of us can go to sleep. Or at least you can, Preston. Keith, you go do whatever else by yourself. Yeah, that's it. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I at least did one movie. I may do this one again some other time with more people, but it's boring as hell doing it by myself. Last minute. Anyways. Pay your bar tab and get the out of here. Later. I said, get the hell out of here. Go. Stop. Go pay your bill. Pay your